What's up guys, Johnny here, and in today's video I'm going to show you why I think Waste Management Inc. is a strong buy. We're going to go over the earnings, the max chart life, we're going to go over the highs, the lows, news, predictions, future growth, competition if any, so stick around and watch until the end. Smash that like button if you haven't already. As you can see on Webull right now at $156.39 to buy this share. There are 18 analysts saying that it is a buy rating. They have a high price target of $198, an average of $172, and a low of $160. Now what I thought was interesting here, for all of you who don't know what Waste Management is, it is a company that gathers, collects, and disposes of our waste. But as you can see here, it has had extreme growth since 2020, but if you look in the long run, it's actually had growth since August 1st, 1988. You could have bought this company for $2.75. As you can see, it had an all-time high right before Y2K, basically, of $52.88. And then it dropped all the way down to $15. Since then, it's had a great track record moving through, and even with the financial crisis in 2008, it was sitting around $37, $38 and made a slight bounce back to about $27, $25. So it wasn't really affected by the financial crash because no one stopped throwing their trash. They need trash to throw, so they kept throwing it, and as you can see from there, it just continues to skyrocket up to where you get our our big epidemic that had happened, and it got as high up as 121 in January 2020, and then made a huge pullback to $92, and since then it has just been increasing ever since. As you can see on the charts here, that the street rating, I like to use this. It's a great company to get analysis of stocks. It's free and they'll send it straight to your email. This was actually done on July 24th, 2022. They have a buy rating of an A- because they have a target price of $193, which is amazing. Now stick around till the end and I'll show you exactly how much you can make from where we are now to their price evaluation of $193. I'll show you that right here on Webull after I'm done with this. Waste Management Inc. It actually provides environmental services to residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal companies in the United States or Northern America. They have an annual dividend rate of $2.60, which gives them an annual dividend yield right now of 1.67. So it is an extremely safe dividend producing company that's been paying out for a long time. Their market cap right now is $64.5 billion. They've actually had a buy rating since 2015, which is pretty amazing. As you can see here, this line is showing a $193.90 target price, and as you can see, the volume has been there for some time. Real quick, before we get into the amount of profit you could make, here are some highlights from the street rating. Based on several analysts, the company's strengths can be seen in multiple areas, such as a solid stock price performance, impressive record of earnings per share growth, compelling growth in net income, revenue growth, and notably return on equity. Now, with that said, Waste Management has improved earnings per share by 24.2% in the recent quarter compared to last year. The company also demonstrated a pattern of positive earnings per share growth over the past 2 years, and they've managed to increase their bottom line by earning $4.30 this year versus $3.52 the prior year. Now that does have to do with a bit of inflation, but expecting this year's potential improvement on earnings would be $5.56 versus the $4.30 it's at right now. The net income increased by 21.9% when compared to the same quarter a year previously, going from $421 million to $513 million. They have rose by 13.4% of their earnings compared to a subsector average of about 14.8. Just a slight difference, not bad. With that said, I believe Waste Management is favorable compared to some of its other competitors like GFL or GFL Environmental or Clean Harbor Inc. Those are also other good companies. If you want me to do a video on any of those, comment in the comment section below and I could do a video on those. But companies with higher EBITDA margins and revenue growth ratings are outperforming companies with lower EBITDA margins and revenue growth, which means that companies for this scattered plot have a market capitalization between $3 billion and $65 billion. The street rating is currently tracking 80% of these companies in this sector, around $555 billion in market cap, which means that Waste Management, just this one company, Waste Management alone, makes up for 27.8%. That's almost a third of the market cap for the entire sector. As you can see, companies that exhibit both a high earnings yield and high revenue growth are generally more attractive than companies with lower revenue growth, and it's sitting right here alongside its competition, which I think is great. As you can see here, compared to them, they have the highest recent price of $155 million. And their market cap, of course, is a $64.5 billion. Price earnings 34, and net sales is just insane compared to these other companies. Like the one that's closest would be this one here, and it's Republic Services, or RSG. So it's doing great compared to its competitors. Now, what I like also is stock at a glance, and basically gives you a summary of the major fundamental and technical factors that we consider when they determine their overall recommendation of it. As you can see, growth has 5 out of 5 stars. Total return is 5 out of 5 stars. Efficiency is 4 out of 5. Price volatility is 5 out of 5. Solvency is 5 out of 5. And income is 3.5 out of 5 stars, which is just great. I do believe this company is moving in the right direction. We're going to have waste and garbage until the day that we can, like, vaporize garbage, but until there's like a weird technology like that, we are always going to have trash to dispose. No matter how much we try to recycle, we are just always going to have trash, and that's the thing when it comes to this company, and then why I think it would be a strong buy. Now, for what you guys have waiting for, I'll go ahead and give it to you here. So right now we're sitting at $156.48. They have a $93 evaluation. It was like 93 and some change. Let's go ahead and do this trend line here. And if we took it from right where it's at now, say you got in at like $156.63. By the time you watch this video, it's gone up about 50 cents. Well, if you can get up to the 193 mark, even if it took you 78 days or longer, maybe it'd take you closer to maybe half a year, right? Like say 6 months. You're still looking at a 24% profit or appreciation on this company, like 23.5. So that means if you invest $1,000, then you would have the potential to make $230 in appreciation. But not only that, in between this, say, 6 months here, you're gonna have dividends because the company does pay dividends. So if you had $1,000 in this company at 169, you might only get about maybe 8 shares or so, maybe about 7, but you would be able to get dividends per share, which is 50 cents per quarter. So then that would mean, say you have to go through 3 quarters, 58 cents. So say even 50 cents to make it even. You'd be looking at maybe $3 to $4 a quarter. 369, you'd make another $10 to $15 in just holding this company in a small amount of time. I'd say about 6 months or so. Now, there's a great potential for this company to grow. As you can see, even, what is this, 2001 in March, it was at $115. And if we were just to use the trend line here, you do about the 120 mark here because you weren't too sure about when to pick it up. and you sold it around like the 160 mark, that would be a 35% profit already from March 2021 to April 2022. So in a year, you would have actually made 35% on this one company. You would have beat the market 5 times over, and you would actually be getting dividends every quarter. In this period, you would have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dividends per share, which is pretty amazing. So it does help to hold these companies long term. And as you can see, Waste Management is one of those companies that's going to be around for a very long time. Cool little article here. Did you guys know that Waste Management is owned by 74% of institutional shareholders and 24% is retail investors? Now, Vanguard Corp is the largest individual waste management shareholder, owning 35.31 million shares, which represents 8.51% of the entire company, guys. Vanguard Inc. So Vanguard owns it, then you know it's a good company to get involved with as well. I'm going to show you the Etf Weightings here, and as you can see, the top holder right now is at 10%, and it's Vanek Vectors Environmental Services ETF. Coming next is 5.3% is iShares US Utility, and then Goldman Sachs is down here at 2.2% holdings. I believe I've seen another Vanguard over here. Yep, Vanguard Industrials at 1.52%. And another one that I wanted to call out was Vanguard US Liquidity Factor ETF at 1.19%. So Vanguard definitely has some shares in this company. Motley Fool Capital, you guys hear of that a lot. And last but not least, I wanted to show you that iShares Russell Top 200 ETF also has some holdings in this at 0.21%. So that is pretty cool that they are invested in this company. They believe in it just as much as I do. I do believe this company is a strong buy. They have strong earnings per share right now at 1.4. Their revenues are extremely high, $4.84 billion in 3 months. Their EBITDA is good, and their net income is fantastic. I love their upward trend. They are staying extremely bullish even through the downsides of the economy, because there is just trash. I mean, we are gonna have trash. There's nothing we can do about it, but we have to dispose of it, and they are seeing the potential of it. I mean, they're really seeing the effects of something that is going good for them. They have to control waste somehow, and with that, they're able to. As you can see here, great growth. Potential is very strong. From here to here, you're already at 25%. You're going to beat the market extremely well, especially in this time right now with inflation of like 9% average, although it seems like it's more like 25 or 30% by the time it's said and done. So you need to find these big players or these big stock moves to where you can potentially make more money to beat the market, to beat inflation, to beat the raising gas prices and food prices, to where now you're not losing money, because if you make 8% and inflation's 20, you're definitely going to be losing money. So you're going to want to find some of these top companies to get involved with. As far as that goes, I do believe this company is rated as a strong buy. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, and what's great about it is that there's many people to back it up and many people that want to see it do well, so they're going to keep investing in it. A couple quick little facts I found here. Waste Management also provides electronic waste recycling, which is the world's fastest growing waste stream and increasing environmental hazard when not properly disposed of. which is just great, right? I mean, they're finding new alternatives to get rid of more stuff or to recycle it, and they're providing more services to people like you and me. Now, Waste Management is the top dog in the trash and recycling industry, adding more than 117,000 tons of trash to its 252 landfills in 2018. So business is booming for Waste Management even then to now. Now, over 21 million municipal and commercial stores are provided this service of waste management in an effective and efficient manner to attain the goal of sustainable development. So they have 21 million municipal and commercial sectors. That is just nuts. I mean, they have a huge market. They've done very well for themselves, and that's exactly why I think this is a strong buy. Hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do another stock analysis on another video, or another video on any other stock that you find interesting, I can do that for you exactly the way I did here, showing Webull charts as well as the street rating, and even looking back at max chart history on Yahoo Finance. All these resources are free. I give you free knowledge and do research for you so you don't have to. And with that said, guys, subscribe so you don't miss the next video and smash the like button. Thanks and have a great day.